वासुदेवाय ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जन शलाख्या चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। माता जी, can you see the slide?
Yes, Prabhuji, screen is visible.
We are every day inching closer towards the end of our 18th day spiritual journey. Today is the 16th chapter, 16th adhyay, wherein we are going to discuss about the divine and demonic natures. We have already touched in previous chapter something the good qualities of divine people, and also we have discussed what is asur, that means demonic. Krishna in this particular chapter will give more insight, more details of the natures of such category of people, whether they are divine or demonic. So let's begin. If you see, the very first shlok is been spoken by Krishna only. Shri Bhagwan Vacha, it means Krishna is spoken. What Krishna is saying? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purifications of one existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifices, study of the Veda, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all the living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharat, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. So if you see, this Bhagavad Gita has been spoken more than 5,000 years before. So whatever Krishna had said that time, it is now, if you see, realize, it looks that yes, Krishna was knowing everything. It is 100% perfect what Krishna had said. And we can very clearly relate to ourselves, to our near dear ones, to our relatives, to our friends, and to anyone whom we very closely know. These are the qualities of such people who are divine in nature. Who are divine in nature. This kind of people, basically, if you see, they are free from all the passion mode and from the ignorance mode. They are always into the mode of goodness only. They never, such people, we cannot go for all these 26 guns, because if you see, there are 26 qualities which is mentioned for divine people. If anyone who demonstrate this 26 qualities, that means that person is purely into divine, is a divine person. Such kind of a person never ever wants center of attraction, even though he is a center of attraction, but he doesn't want to be promoted as center of attraction. Even though if he belongs to such a very high class of society or high class of people, then also he will be behaving like that. He is very generous, normal kind of people. Even though if he is a Brahman also, then also he will be very down to earth. And if you see in the chapter number 18th, Krishna will very clearly distinguish the four kinds of varn ashram. That is Brahman, Kshatriya, sorry, one. I'm not talking one ashram, one. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. They are four ones. And there are four one ashrams also. Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanprastha, and Sannyas. You know that the lifespan of everyone who is there in this particular Kali Yuga is maximum of 100 years. Maximum of 100 years. And in Dwapar Yuga, it was 1,000 years. That means one zero has been added. In Treta Yuga, it was 10,000 years. And in Satyug, it was 1 lakh years. So each when the Yuga changes, then 110 decreases. Even though the average age of people in the Kali Yuga is 100 years, living for 100 years is difficult because we are not getting purity. We don't have any pure foods. We don't have pure oxygen. We don't have pure air also. Nothing is pure. That's why the age is reduced. But if we want to break into four one ashrams, if you have to break into four one ashrams, then if you see the first 25 years is nothing but brahmacharya. The first 25 is brahmacharya. Then 26 to 50 is grihastha. From 51 to 75 is one ashram. One prastha, sorry. One prastha. The last phase is nothing but sannyas. You all know what is brahmachari. You all know what is grihastha. Do you know what is vanprastha? Vanprastha is similar to sannyas. Actually, you can say it's a preparation of sannyas phase. Anyone who want to go to sannyas needs to practice it. So in vanprastha, what happens? You stay into the same room, you stay in your society, but you try to get detached. Like if I have to give an example, like husband and wife, even though they are staying into the same bedroom, they will not have any kind of contacts. Now purpose of this is that when anyone goes into the sannyas ashram, then he should be really detached. He should not think, oh, my wife, my son, my property, my money, my society, my car. No, he should be completely detached. So it's a practice of detachment that vanprastha is. And in sannyas, detachment and practice the path of devotion. But no need of anyone to go to sannyas. Even though you're staying in this grihastha, you can perform all the activities which a sannyasi or a vanprasthi can do. So there is no need. Krishna has never said in any of the verses of Bhagavad Gita that to attain me you have to do sannyas or you have to leave the home or you have to leave the society. No. Just by becoming into Krishna consciousness, you can attain the supreme personality of Godhead. But for that, one thing which is very, very, very important is Nam Jap. Kalyug Nam Adhara. In Kalyug, there is nothing else which can help you out apart from the name of Krishna. So these are the 26 qualities of a divine person. All these 26 qualities mentioned in verses are transcendental. Their conduct should be according to the one ashram dharma. They should be developed according to different social and occupational conditions. The aim is that even if the material conditions are miserable, it is possible to gradually rise to the highest platform of transcendental realization. Of these qualities are practiced by all castes of man. Very true. We discussed this. We just discussed, right? Even though we face tough situations in this materialistic environment, but then also we should rise above from it, gradually rise to the highest platform of transcendental realization. How? By practicing. Just a second. So let's see what are the divine nature of transcendental qualities which you just see: fearlessness, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, steady determination, self-control, performance of sacrifices, simplicity, non-violence, freedom from envy, austerity, truthfulness, compassion for all living entities, cleanness. We just discussed. Right. Now let's talk about the fourth slope, Asuri nature. That means demonic nature. In this demonic nature, what happens? People show certain, they exhibit certain qualities which belongs to demonic nature. It says, the fourth sloka says, Dambho Darp Abhimanasya Krodha Parushyam Evacha Agyanam Cha Abhijatasya Partha Sampadam Asurim. That means all the Asuri qualities have been defined here in the fourth sloka. Such kind of people basically they don't have belief or faith in God. They can question the existence of God also. No belief in the existence of soul. They are full of pride, full of arrogance, anger, harshness, ignorance, desire to be famous. They want to establish themselves. They want to be known. Appetite for self promotion is there. Demanding respect from others. Do not follow or believe Shastra. So they don't believe Shastra. They don't believe God. They don't believe soul. For them, the life is a bit different. Let's see what it is. You can see such demonic people, what they do, they are always in this state of confusion. They don't know what to do. But there are certain divine people also who tend to help them out. So such people, the lady in this lady represents a divine nature, whereas this person represents a demonic nature. And why demonic nature? Because he is not doing his karma. Now you can see what he is doing. They are actually ruining the property, burning. They are destroying the property just by showing their power. When I showing the power, that means it may be a strike, it may be a protest, it can be anything, but they are causing losses. This divine nature and this demonic nature both exist in us. Both we at times represent or show demonic nature, and at times we show the divine nature. So we have both in ourselves. The question is how to develop the divine qualities in us and defeat the demon in us. That means within us the demon is also there, within us the divine person is also there. So how to elevate the divine nature and how to diminish the demonic nature? Let's see. Right, within us everything, every kind of quality has been represented. This is nothing but a divine. If the good apple gets rotten, then it becomes a demonic. Similarly, if you see a jasmine flower looks so beautiful, it smells so well, the fragrance is really awesome, but when it goes to a dustbin, it is useless then. So we are a combination of both the demon and the divine. So when we do wrong things, we quarrel, we basically try to harm someone. That is the demonic behavior. But if you see, when you chant, when you are in the love of God, then you are divine. So if you want to increase your divine quotient, then you have to increase the chanting of Hare Krishna. So that means very important. Whenever you choose the association, choose it very perfectly. That association can create your character. So what is the purification process? Devotional service like chanting, hearing the Shastra, honoring Prasadam, etc. can help you purified or elevate the demonic nature of yourself. And it's always better to eat prasadam only, something which is already offered to Krishna. And whenever we offering food to the Krishna, it has to be offered with tulsi leaf. If it is not been offered with tulsi leaf, Krishna doesn't accept it. So that's the prime requirement. That's the prime requirement. So we always have a fight within. If we do some wrong things, there is a call which is generated from our side. Internally, call is generated. Whenever we do wrong things, there is a call which is generated inside. That is demonic behavior. And when we ignore that call, then we do wrong things. So if we see the fourth slok, what it says, we discussed the slok, right? It says pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, O son of Pritha. What is pride? Something which you are not there, something you are very proud of it, which you are actually not. You are proud of something which you are actually not. That means you want to show something, right? You want to exhibit some properties which you actually don't belongs to. That is pride. Arrogance is kind of self obsessions. Wrong kind of activity which is done. Conceit is nothing but kind of abhiman. You always try to show the superiority and want to prove that you are superior than someone else. Everyone else is inferior and you are superior. Anger, growth. Someone who is short tempered, someone who is always angry, that particular person, whether he or she, whoever he or she, they don't reserve the right to be happy in the entire life. Such people who always exhibit anger, they are never happy. So if you want to be happy, first remove the quality of anger. You should never get angry, because if you get angry, you make the loss of your own only. Harshness, kathor, heavy hearted, hard hearted. You don't have any kind of compassion for anyone. Kathor, agyan, ignorance. Ignorance means something like false knowledge we have, something which you always feel that you are right and everyone is wrong. Such kind of people are always confused, bewildered. These all qualities are of demonic nature. Now the fifth shloka says, the transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demonic qualities makes for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pritha, you are born with the divine qualities. So Krishna is saying that Arjun, don't worry, you are basically born with divine qualities. You are born with divine qualities, but these transcendental qualities are always conducive for liberation. So if you want to get free from the birth and death, then these transcendental qualities will help you out in liberating. Whereas if someone who has demonic qualities, asuri swabhav, then he is always attached in the material bondage. He cannot get liberated. But don't worry, you belongs to divine qualities. Krishna is saying. Now this is what? This is a life cycle, right? Someone gets birth, infant, and then he increases and further it decreases. Birth to death, that's the life cycle, right? So when to start the devotional service? The question is, normally, if someone start chanting, someone start reading Bhagavad Gita, our own family members, our own parents, they have a very strange thought coming to them. Oh, if he's doing this chanting, if he's doing reading Bhagavad Gita, then he may leave the home, he may become a sannyasi, So this all should be done at the later part of the life. It's not for in the young age. It's not meant for youth. It's for senior people who are quite old. That is the kind of perception which is there in our society. But it's wrong. When to start devotional service? Right now, irrespective of your age, irrespective. Prahlad Maharaj started at the very early age, right? See, this is example given. Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, they started Dhruv Maharaj started at 5 years. Prahlad Maharaj started before birth. When he was in the stomach of his mother, he started from there. So there is no age. You can start immediately. What are the six qualifications we are proud of? What we are proud of? See, we are always proud of our wealth, education, beauty, austerity, youth, and good family, right? But this all are materialistic quality. You should always be proud of your Kanhaiya, like Madhvacharya. We belong to Madhvacharya Gaudiya Parampara. This is our sampradaya. So we should always be proud of Krishna, not by beauty, not by mind, education, not by good family or money. The sixth sloka says, O son of Pritha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called divine and other is demonic, right? Two kind of people, divine people and demonic. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. 26 quality, the first three sloka talks about that only. Now hear from me of the demonic. Let's listen some more demonic. You can see this particular image which is there into the slide. Here Vishnu and Lakshmi is there. And these people, what they are doing? They are offering their prayers. He is thinking about his power. He is doing some experiment. He is killing this particular lady. He is stealing this property. Okay. So these are all what demonic as well as divine nature people are there. So it says Krishna is saying what Krishna is saying. Let's see. Pravittim cha nirvittim cha janana vidurasura now socham napi chacharo na satyam deshu vidyate. That means someone, those who are demonic do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. That means they don't have the right sense of understanding. They don't know whether it is right or wrong because they are having demonic behaviors. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. So you can't find cleanliness, you can't find right behavior, neither the truth is found in them. This kind of people who exhibit the demonic qualities are always confused. They are kind of sunky people. They, even they don't know anything, they say that I know everything and you know nothing. They want to do in the things in their own way, whether it is right or wrong. Such people are demonic people, asuri swabhav. Now to control such people, you can see there are different kinds of laws also, like IPC, Indian Penal Code, CRPC, Criminal Penal Code is there. There are laws like traffic rules, banking rules, spiritual four laws. Bhagavad Gita also talks about the life, how to live the life. So to control the demonic nature, certain laws are regulations are also been created so that people who follow, they will cleanse up from the demonic activities. The demonic say that this world is unreal. Now they have their own thought of, they have their own thought. They say world is unreal, that there is no foundation and that there is no God in control. They say there is the world is unreal. There is nothing reality. There is no foundation. There is no God. It is produced of sex desire. Whatever the you can see, it is all because of sex. Two people came, union happened between the male and female, and the world is been created. and has no cause other than the lust. You say the cause of everything is lust. Now, this is the reasoning given by demonic people. They are proud atheists. They always question the existence of God. They say, "Oh, God." No, 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 there is no God. They talk about Big Bang Theory. They say that whoever do the service to a God, they are actually weak-minded people. We should do work. We should earn money. If money is there, everything is there. For from them, the definition of money is more important than existing of God. काम करो, पैसे बनाओ, बाकी कुछ में मत देखो. This is what they say. They can even ask, "Oh, God, you say God exists? Okay, tell me, what is the Facebook page of God? What is the WhatsApp? What is the Instagram page? What is the helpline number of God? If God is there, then tell me. If you can't provide this detail, that means God is not there." So they always question the existence of God. And they say it's a Big Bang theory. This world has been created because of Big Bang theory. Can anyone tell me what is Big Bang theory? Do anyone know what is this Big Bang theory? If anyone knows this Big Bang theory, you can raise your hand. No one knows the Big Bang theory? Data couch. What a name. Mataji, can you please unmute himself? Him, I believe it's a he.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
So sorry, it's the company name. My name is Vikas.
Okay.
And if you talk about the Big Bang Theory, it's the theory where we state that all the planets they revolve around the sun.
Okay. And
And yeah, that's pretty much it. I know.
no, Prabhu, that's not the Big Bang theory. Pratima
Okay.
Mataji, can you tell something about Big Bang theory? You've also raised your hand.
Yes, Prabhuji. Big Bang theory is, I mean, all the entire universe got created when there was a huge collision between different cosmic energies. So that is when all these planets and everything came into existence. So that is pretty much scientific way of saying that that is how I mean, the entire universe is being created.
Mataji, to just say that it's not scientific. It's just a theory they have given, which doesn't have a very clear base. This Big Bang theory says that there was a huge explosion in the universe, and because of huge explosion which happened, the planet comes into the existence. The life comes into the existence. It's a utter nonsense, Mataji. Big Bang theory is utter nonsense because every year, especially during Diwali, we also do good amount of explosions, right? We also have this crackers burning. We have this Lakshmi bomb. We also explode many bombs. How many planet do we create? Nothing. Now, if you see, there are huge explosions compared to the Diwali firecrackers explosion, which is quite small in nature. You can see there is a huge fight going on between Russia and Ukraine. Lots of missiles are being fired out. And because of this fire, huge explosion is happening. So if such explosion is the cause of the universe, then there has to be many universe created during this war time also. No? Nothing has been created. So when science sometimes doesn't have a proper answer, they create their own theory. And then after some time, they themselves say, no, the theory is a bit wrong. There is a new version coming of it. So Big Bang theory is a complete nonsense. Sorry to say, but that's the reality. This world is in existence because of the divine power from Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is not because of Big Bang theory. And this proud atheist, they always feel that, oh, there is nothing known as God. and they don't have any, when they don't have any logic, they always try to fight because they don't have any logic to discuss. So normally when you see any ethicist, they always try to fight instead of talking about facts. So the ninth sloka says, following such conclusions, the demonic who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. That means they do such activities which can create problem for the entire mankind. The demonic people do wrong things which can lead the entire human race into the trouble because they don't have intelligence. They don't know what is beneficial, not beneficial. They just think about themselves. Now, if you see, many information already exist in our Vedic Shastra, like distance between the moon and the earth, distance between the earth and the sun, distance between the planets, what is the kind of planets, what are the types of planet. So basically, you can see solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, all this data is already there into the lunar eclipse. But if you see, scientists today are doing too much of research to gather the data for all the planets. Oh, how is the Mars? Mars is yellow in color. There is soil, there is water. So basically, they are doing research. But if you see in our Vedic Shastra, for each and every planet, all the details are already mentioned. All the details are already mentioned. And the worst part of it that we who belongs to this Vedic civilization, who belong to this Vedic Shastra, we ourselves doubt on this. We don't believe on this. We should believe because this is Vedic science, not mythology. It's a science. Astrology, astronomy, it's what? It's again science, right? Taking shelter of the insatiable lust and absorbed into the conceit of pride and false prestige, the demonic, thus illusioned, are always shown to unclean work attracted by the impermanent. That means the 10th shloka says, this kind of people who are demonic, they take shelter of insatiable lust. They are always controlled by the lust. They are absorbed in the conceit of pride and false prestige. False prestige. They always talk about I. They always talk about I because they have pride in themselves. The demonic, thus illusioned, are always shown to unclean work. They always do unclean work. Cleanliness is never close to them. They are attracted by impermanent. Wrong kind of activities has been always done by them. They believe that to gratify the senses is the prime necessity of human civilization. They believe sense gratification is the topmost priority. Thus, until the end of life, their anxiety is immeasurable. Bound by a network of hundreds of thousands of desires and absorbed in the lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. For them, sense gratification is the topmost priority. They say, Jindagi milegi nahi dobara, let's enjoy the life. Life is meant for enjoyment. But what kind of enjoyment? They don't know this. But enjoyment. Enjoyment in terms of all the wrong deeds. Enjoyment in terms of intoxication, enjoyment in terms of gambling, enjoyment in terms of illicit relationship, meat eating. They do all these things just to satisfy their own senses. Weekend will come, then they will go for weekend busters like too much of non-veg eating, too much of long drive, too much of drug. They will do. These are all the doors of actual entrance towards the hell. Narak Loka entry hai. Such kind of people always lands into the trouble. They are always in grief. They are always into problems. So when they land into the problems, what they do? They, instead of surrendering to Krishna, such kind of demonic people eat too much of non-veg, they drink too much of liquor, they have too much of drugs. They have many varieties of drugs so that they get lost into that. But if suppose there is problem or grief for the mode of goodness, Sattva-guni people, because Sattva-guni people also have problems. So whenever they encounter problem, they don't do all this. They, what they do, they will do sadhu sangha, satsanga. They will do. They will talk among with the mode of goodness of people. They will go to the temple. They will discuss with Krishna. They will talk to Krishna. They will read Bhagavad Gita. But some demonic, they do completely opposite. The demonic person thinks so much wealth do I have today. I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will be increased into the future more and more and more. He is my enemy. I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am the perfect. I am the powerful. I am the happiest. I am the richest. Surrounded by aristocratic relatives, there is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. So demonic people, what they think, that I have the money, I have the power now, I will give some charity, donate kar dunga, so that I will be known, I will be respected. I will do some sacrifices, and these sacrifices are basically to establish themselves so that they are known. They do their own advertisement. So what such people do? They think that I have this much money, I will invest in some schemes, and this will further grow, and I will have much more money. And with money, I will gain power. And when I will gain power, then I will kill all my enemies, and my relatives will always with me because I have everything. So because I have everything, they will always with me, like the dogs which always have the tails. Similarly, everyone will be behind me. They will do Jai, Jai, Jai. Everyone will respect of me. But they don't know that Hiranyakashipu, Kans, and Raman also have this such qualities. But God came and killed him because the demonic nature is never encouraged by the God. So sometimes God or his representatives or his Ansha avatar or his messenger comes and co- completely vanish such demonic activities. Thus, perplexed by various anxieties and bound by a network of illusions, they become too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and fall down into hell. Just a second. Sorry. So such a demonic person, they are perplexed by various anxieties and bound by a network of illusions. They become too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and fall down into the hell. Someone who is always thinking about sense gratification, sense enjoyment, they always go to hell. Now, this is what Krishna is saying. What Krishna is saying, let's see. It is 16 sloka, right? अनेक चित्त विभ्रांता मोहजाल समावृता प्रसक्ता काम भोगेशु पतंती नरके अश्रुचो. That means Krishna is now telling that if you do have the passions, but if you and but the passion is into the wrong direction. If you are applying that passion in the wrong direction, then Krishna is warning that such people who always think about sense gratification, sense enjoyment, always go to hell. That's the warning Krishna is giving. Now, it's not a suggestion from Krishna. It's a warning from Krishna that if you want to go to hell, do this, or else devotional service is the only way to reach Krishna. Ahankaram balam darpam kama krodham cha sanstrita mama atma para deheshu pradishanta abhya suyaka. Now, what Krishna is saying, this entire chapter is as a knowledge of Krishna. That Krishna is saying that you have to live in this world like you and me. You are living in this world. Then we should know who belongs to this divine nature and who belongs to the demonic nature. So we should be able to distinguish person with respect to the quality, whether demonic or divine. So such people who are already demonic, what Krishna is saying, bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger, the demon becomes envious of the supreme personality of Godhead. That means such demon people, they become envy to the God also, who is situated in his own body and the bodies of others and blasphemes against the real religion. So what does these people do? They talk negative of the Krishna because they are bewildered, they are confused because of the ego, because of the power, because of the pride, because of the lust, because of the anger, and such demons become jealous also with Krishna. You can see the image of Shishupal. Shishupal, Krishna has said that I will excuse his 100 wrong words. I will excuse his 100 wrong deeds. But if it is done 101 time, then I am going to punish him. And when he crossed the limit of 100, then Krishna, Sudarshan Chakra, killed him. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, are perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. Now, Krishna is saying that such people who are envious of Krishna, such people who are envious of others, such people who display the demonic nature, such people who are mischievous, who are lowest among the men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. That means for them, there is no enlightenment until they become eligible for the love of Krishna. Krishna always put them in all kind of demonic species of life. Janam Mrityu, Janam Mrityu, Janam Mrityu. They will always be there. They will never get liberated. And until they become eligible, Krishna will always reject him, go to another low level of species, go become cockroach. So Krishna will always reject him unless he become pure and get Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
uh, Namnishta
Yes,
Prabhu has come into class.
Prabhuji, Anuradha Mataji will communicate and she will inform within 2-3 minutes, she said.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So such people who are always envious and jealous of Krishna, then Krishna never accept them until they become eligible for the blessings of Krishna, love of Krishna. And how this love will come? Until they display the divine nature. If they continue to display the demonic nature, then rejection, 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 no acceptance. No acceptance will be there. The 20th shloka talks about attaining the repeated birth among the species of demonic nature. O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me, gradually descending down to the most abominable type of existence. It's a warning from Krishna. It's a warning that someone who displays the demonic characteristics, they are actually, they don't know anything. They go into the repeated birth among the species of demonic life. That means the lowest among the lowest. The birth and death continues. O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me because many knowledgeable persons, many Gyani also doesn't get an opportunity to meet Krishna. It's not so easy. When Gyani can't meet with Krishna, such demonic characteristic people, how they can meet Krishna? They will always be put into the birth and death among the lowest and lowest species of demonic life.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhuji, Namanishta Das Prabhuji is already there in the class, Prabhuji.
Please unmute him. I couldn't see in the
Yeah,
participant
he's
list.
there, Prabhuji. I'll unmute him.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
After you finish, ठीक है?
No Prabhu, you can
नहीं
continue
नहीं
Prabhu.
नहीं, 2-3 श्लोक हैं, खत्म कर लो ना, अच्छा लगता है.
Okay, okay Prabhu. Okay. Sure Prabhu. As you say. So Krishna is saying gradually descending down to the most abominable type of existence. So normally we get the birth when, because of two reasons. The one, the karma which we do, the activities which we do in entire life, and the last is the thought, what comes towards the deathbed. When we are at the deathbed, at that particular time, whatever thought comes into our mind, we get the next life. Classical example is Maharaj Bharat. Maharaj Bharat, he was such an elevated soul, but then also towards the end of his life, he thought of the deer and he became deer into the next life. So such elevated soul doesn't get an opportunity. So someone who is belonging to the demonic nature, he cannot, Krishna will continue to reject him. So what we should do? Death is the examination. That's the final examination. So we should prepare for the death as examinations. Not the important thing, very, very important thing. We may not know, but this lust, greed, and anger, they are the three gateways to hell. There are the three gateways leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give this up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Krishna is giving such a fantastic knowledge that we should understand that if we do something wrong, if we always continue to boost our lust, greed, and anger, then what we are going to get? Krishna is saying, Trividam narakasya idam dwaram nashanam atmanam kama krodastha lobha tasmat etat trayam tvajet. That means these three are the entrance towards hell: the lust, the greed, and the anger. And the lust is not always with females. Lust can be with any kind of excessive attachment. If you have any kind of excessive attachment to any of the object, then definitely we are going to land into the hell. If you see, if you recollect in the chapter number 2nd, 62nd, and 63rd slok, it talks about this lust. And the degradation of soul also happens. So this is an entrance ticket. We pay money. We do exhibit all the karma to go into the hell. So why should we go? When Krishna has told about the divine nature, so we should make a progress into this divine nature, not for the demonic ones. You can see, example, lust towards Draupadi, Dushasan, Duryodhan. They were full of lust and they have to pay for that. Krishna made them to pay. Anger towards Pandav. Krishna has shown the Virat Swarup to Arjun. He make use of it. Krishna has shown mini Virat Swarup to Duryodhan, but he was so Mudha Vyakti. Agyani, that he couldn't realize that he is Krishna, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Greed towards the kingdom of Hastinapur. So you can see Duryodhan has illustrated all the three things: lust for Draupadi, anger for Pandavas, and greed for Hastinapur. And what was the result? Because of lust, greed, and anger, he lost everything. He couldn't gain everything. Complete lost. So if you can see four defects of human beings, they always commit mistakes, illusions, imperfect senses, tendency to cheat others. So we do all these things. Why? We feel that we are smart enough. No one is knowing. We can cheat everyone. But the soul which is residing in our heart, the super soul, he's having a diary, he notes everything. The balance sheet of super soul, the Krishna, is very strong. All the debits and credits are properly maintained. Not a single karma has been left out. In Satya Yuga, what happens? The Varhadev and Hiranyaksh on different planets. There was a fight. In Treta Yuga, what happened? Ram and Ravan in different country. So we are talking about planet. In Satyuga, there was a fight between the divine nature and the demonic nature. And in Treta Yuga, what happens? A fight between Ram and Ravan in different countries. So planet, now the country. Now in Dwapar Yuga, what happened? Within the same country, there was a fight. In the same family, Pandavas and Kauravas. Why? Lust, greed, and anger. Three things. In Kali Yuga, divine and demonic qualities in the same person. We at times exhibit the demonic and the divine nature both. We have both the faces. We have two-toned faces. Happy, sad, demonic, divine. So what we should do? What shall be done? Removal of our real mask. How? We make use of such mask for COVID protection, right? But such mask has to be used for protection of demonic natures. We have bad characteristics also. We cannot claim that I'm 100% pure. If you're claiming that you are 100% pure, that means you're doing injustice to yourself. No one is pure except Krishna, because Krishna knows everyone. We can cheat ourselves, we can cheat others, but we can't cheat Krishna. So we do have both the qualities, the good qualities as well as bad qualities. We do exhibit both the properties, divine properties as well as demonic properties. So what we should do, we should diminish the bad one, the demonic, we should elevate our good qualities. The 26 qualities which was been said into the first three shloka. So you see in the 4 yuga, Satya Yuga, there was a divine representation by Varahadev, demon Hiranyaksh, and place different planets. Treta, Ram, Ramanan, different country. Dwapar, Pandav, Kauravas, and same family. In Kali Yuga, what happens? The divine is what? Humility, helping others, tolerance. Whereas demon is represented by anger, greed, jealousy, lust. And it's there in our same person. That means in Satyuga, it was different planet, different country, Dwapar, same family. Now we do have all this. The 22nd slok says, the man who has escaped these three gates of hell, lust, anger, and greed, O son of Kunti, perform acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attains the supreme destination. So if we have to attain the supreme destination, these are the steps which we have to control, we have to manage. So if you want to escape the gates of hell, if you don't want to go to that particular gate, which I believe no one wants to go, neither I, neither you. So what we should do, Krishna is saying, perform act conducive to self-realization. Self-realization is really very important, and thus gradually attains the supreme destination. Supreme destination is what? The abode of Kanhaiya, the abode of Krishna. So for that we need to have, the first thing is acceptance of spiritual master. Bin Guru Gyan nahi hone wala. So you should have a spiritual master, and that too spiritual master from the Sampradaya, Guru Shishya Parampara. No one should come from anywhere else. If there is Guru which is not into this series of Guru Shishya Parampara, then that means that Guru is not right. Instead of making progress, it can land you in trouble. Study of the Veda, austerity, very important. Very, very important. Austerity, we shy of doing it, but it's important. And sense control, not sense gratification, sense control, which will further lead to spiritual knowledge, and that by entry towards the Goloka, not the hell. यह शास्त्र विधिम उत्सृज वर्तते काम कारात न स सिद्धिम अवाप्नोति न सुखम न पराम गतिम. Krishna is saying that he who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor the happiness nor the supreme destination. That means Krishna is very clearly saying that someone who claim that my life, my rules is foolish. Such person who claim that my life, my rules, they never have the happiness. They never have satisfaction. They don't know what is supreme destination. So someone who is entangled into this, they can't do anything. Someone who wants to get elevated, then they have to follow the 4 principles: no gambling, no meat eating, no intoxication, and no illicit relationship. So Krishna is not explaining us. Krishna is telling us the actual thing what needs to be done. So a lot of suggestions is been given by Krishna. Now Krishna is warning us. So Krishna has elevated himself, that no suggestions, warning. He's telling what the reaction will be happening if you do all this. So if you want to have happiness and if you want to go to supreme destination, only one way.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Class is over?
No, Prabhuji, it is going on.
Okay.
I think some network issue from Prabhuji's side. And that too just now.
English class है. Hare Krishna, Mataji. I take over.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Only last slides are remaining. You have to make me, he's a host.
Yes.
Can you make him the host, co-host? You cannot do, no?
No, Prabhuji, I can't. He will join Prabhuji soon.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Mataji, you can unmute everybody.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji
Hare.
has joined.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sorry, there was a Wi-Fi issue. The network got disconnected.
Okay.
Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Finish. I'm waiting. Either of you not finished. But 10 o'clock. Finish the
Yeah,
class.
Prabhuji.
1 hour.
Yeah. So the 24th shloka, Krishna is saying, who one should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulation, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. See, Krishna has also performed his karma, even though he is the supreme personality of Godhead. But then also, since he has come to this particular world, so he has also performed the karma. He has also gone to the Vedic school. Sandipni Munish ashram he has also visited. So Krishna is saying that one should therefore understand what is duty and what is not. So Krishna himself has performed the duty so that we all can follow his footsteps or by the regulations of the scriptures. So you can see this Krishna book, this Bhagavad Gita is nothing but the motivational book, the biggest motivational book which is available. It is the performance indicator of how we can manage, how we can see whether we are divine or demonic. So we all have the demon inside us like Kamsa, Shishupal. So how to overcome it? By Hare Krishna chanting. So do we have a, no, question, do you have a problem in life? Everyone, right? There is no one who can say that I don't have a problem. Can you do something about it? Yes. What? When you know why that you can do something, then why worry? If you know, then also why? If you know, yes, that it can be done, then no worry. If you know that nothing can be done, then also there should be no worry. And all glories to Srila Prabhupada, because if you know what is the solution, it's Krishna. And who has given us the torch of knowledge? Srila Prabhupada. So lust, anger, as well as greed, ways to self-destructions. So we have to control them through devotional service. So with this, I completed the chapter. So over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Sorry, I kept you waiting.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmalitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pacharine. Hare Krishna. So nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. One more chapter is done. All of you now, one chapter is only remaining. And I have a small job today to come to connect you to the temple. My name is Nama Nishradas. I do a service as president here and wanted to meet you last couple of days. But today somehow got the opportunity. I'll not take much time so that your question answer doesn't get disturbed. This is a beautiful Shri Shri Radha Govinda deities we worship in Mangalore. So when you come to Mangalore, please do visit, take their darshan. This is Acharya Prabhupada. This is Mangalore, if you do not know. And this is me, Namanishta. Actually, my life changed in the college and I became a devotee in college. So I always wanted to contribute in that segment of the society because I know how it was. Totally lost, don't know what is goal of life. So much peer pressure, so much confusion, so much distraction. Every youngster undergoes that, but actually he has no foundation to be able to tackle it when it comes. So I thought, why not contribute in this area? So I came to Mangalore in 2002 and immediately went to all the colleges and I got total support for 20 years. It only stopped because of Corona. Then this new way of preaching started. It was very ecstatic actually, these 20 years. We used to practically fill, the days used to be full with one college or another college or another college. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So nice. So it went on in so many ways, science, spirituality, or so many colleges. You cannot take a direct Gita class. You have to go philosophy or something. Anyway, this went on and it was very satisfying. We were covering even to the extent of 10,000 students in a year. It was a very satisfying experience for many years. And that was the pleasure. We were doing book distribution, and we were also doing huge festivals. One festival like this will cost a lot of money. Even the rent of the auditorium itself really massive. We did all this. But somehow, that Andolan, huge, some impact was not coming. And we were doing it, but just like you invest money, there's no return. The same way you continue the business still. Similarly, putting all energy and time, but not feeling some, hundreds and thousands of people getting benefited, even though they are hearing, but passive hearing. What to do? And I don't know the way. So we were doing. And then suddenly everything stopped. Everything stopped because of Corona 2 years ago. That was, I think, the March 2020. Suddenly there was a lockdown all over India. And March happened, April happened, May happened. I was just sitting 3 months in the temple. How long? How much you'll read? You can read, chant. You have to go out, do some preaching. ISKCON is a preaching movement. What do you do sitting? So suddenly I got a call from my guru, how's life? I said, so getting sick now. I'm not able to do anything. Hey, you're a software engineer. Why don't you preach online? I said, yeah, I've been doing sometimes. He said, no, do it. Organize where you plan. I said, okay. The very next day I sat down and made this poster. And this is how you are all connected. The first batch, this was in June 2020. And there were only a gap of 4 days for the batch because I didn't know. I came 20 बारी में after class चल रहा है, I don't disturb, please finish your class. क्या करूँगा? 2 क्लास है ना, आपका वेट करना पूरे करने, दुबई का भी ये भी करना होगा, ठीक है? I just come question answer, ठीक है? I was waiting. Somebody will finish. So then that is how this started, and this became a very big experience. And maybe one of the innovation in the scale it took. It took a scale of suddenly 7 lakh people are trained by this course. This first batch, we expected 100 people to come. I said each group will be only 25. But actually what came was 10,000 first batch and went on, and it's the rest is a story. New batch is coming in April because in March, we have a break. First time out of 22 batch. Just imagine, everybody, the volunteer, there are 150 teachers, there are 1,000 volunteers keeping this course running. Nobody asked me a break for 22 months continuous. Just imagine their service. Nobody asked me. But this time we were forced to have a break because we are enjoying it. We are not, nobody's crying, they're enjoying. Imagine doing voluntary service and they're enjoying. And after the course, Prabhuji, thank you so much. I said, what happened? I should thank you. No, it was such a nice experience. So this is so beautiful to teach, to hear, and to share. So that's the initiative. And I'm requesting all of you join in this initiative. Let the Bhagavad Gita message go to every person who wants to hear. So, but then all different ways, you also get trained. Most of the teachers we just met in this course itself, 1 batch level, 2 level. We have various stages of Gita teaching. As they go on, you can also help us and participate in spreading this message. Okay. So why the month of March is a holiday? There is a big reason. We are all going to Vrindavan. So it's a big trip, and there are around 1,000 people expected to already. The registration across 600. So anybody is interested, please do join us. It will be a celebration because we have not seen you, neither you have seen us physically. We will be able to see each other and participate in a festival where we, chant Krishna Nama and so many things. So hearing Bhagavad Gita is a very big punya. Yah patet prayata puman. Okay? Anybody who hears Bhagavad Gita and makes patet and makes an effort to understand it, what happens? He will achieve Vaikuntha. So this is very easy, sitting at your place, they know comfort. I didn't have to come to your city. So many cities in the world, I don't have to go there. Just sitting here comfortably, and it's a total impact is same. People are totally transformed because Gita does its work. It's not that we have any credit. Okay? And not only that, we benefit. As I said, we get Vaikuntha just by trying to understand Bhagavad Gita, and where there is no bhaya shoka, you're free from all the troubles of life, no anxiety. But Chaitanya Prabhu said, not only you become fortunate, try to understand what's the fortune itself. Look at this person. How he has become so fortunate. In the tip of the tongue, Nama Tubhyam, my Lord, your name has come. He's so fortunate. So please take full advantage and make whole earth fortunate. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Prithvi Ochvate Nogaradi Gram Soroto Prachareva Morana. So all around the earth, every nagar and grama, people should chant the holy name of the Lord. And in Kalyuga, there is no, I think you have been convinced many times, nothing else will work in Kalyuga except the holy name. That is the spiritual process. People do meditation, exercises, that is all for your health. With nothing spiritual about it. In Kalyuga, what does give you a taste and pleasure of spiritual happiness is the Nama. So that is left to you to practice. And we are also building a nice temple for you. So I request you very soon. Today also we had a lot of work going on there. We want to finish this temple within 6 months. So you can come and you can stay with us. We are making a lot of rooms for guests to stay and say this whole course can be done in 6 days. You can just stay there. Imagine residential really have its own flavor. You can stay in the temple atmosphere, nice bells are ringing. You go in the morning at an aarti and meet the devotees, participate in the programs, do your Gita studies. It will be very nice. So pin drop silence, an isolated place where you picked up a 1.5 acre land piece, which has roads practically all the 4 directions. That's why we took this place, totally pin drop silence, secluded place. So it has been nice as the temple has developed. Okay, we have been very happy with getting this land. So my request is, if you can help us, it will be very nice. You can do small sevas also. It will be very, very grateful. Okay, and there are bigger sevas. You can see whatever is possible. You can help us. This is called membership. You can study. We have already given you all these details. We also had Bhumi Puja already done in this place. It was nice. Okay. So we had a yatra to Mayapur on October 25th. It was very successful. Mayapur is the headquarters of ISKCON, birthplace of Lord Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Correct. Beautiful. So we had so many things. We met very senior. He's the senior most person in ISKCON now, a disciple of Acharya Prabhupada. We met him, took his blessings, met so many devotees. It was such a happy occasion. And Mayapur is a beautiful place. Very, very beautiful place. I wish to take you sometime. And then we had a whole day, we'll have sadhana in the morning and then we'll be traveling. And everywhere we go, all the temples, we'll have nice Sankirtan. Okay? And we'll hear Krishna Katha and have nice Kirtan. Correct, nice. So then people said, why not one more yatra? So we had to wait because Corona and drama. And then finally now there is a respite. So we have planned this yatra. And Vrindavan, I'm just giving you 1-minute video. You get an idea about Vrindavan. See, Krishna birthplace is Mathura. Vrindavan is the place, all the Leelas are there. Krishna, Mother Yashoda Leela, Radharani, Radha Krishna Leela, Gopas and Krishna Leela, Krishna killing all the big demons, Kaliya, he punished, and Agasura, everything happened in Vrindavan. So you have thousands of temples in Vrindavan with connected to Krishna Leela, 5,000 to be exact. So you want to, together with devotees, visit all the temples, have a nice kirtan, have prasadam, hear the katha of the Lord, have very good association. So this is an opportunity we have for 4 days. 21st you have to land up March, coming month, March 22, 23, 24, 25. 4 days from morning 4 o'clock, even before 4th, maybe 3:30, 3:45 to get up. And till night 9 o'clock, you'll not get 1 minute of breathing. Okay? So it will be surcharging for your spiritual life. And also you will be able to meet so many devotees who have benefited from this online program. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Dubeji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Everything is fine.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
I hope
Prabhuji,
everybody is
Mayapur,
enjoying.
yeah, Mayapur memory revisited today, Prabhuji.
Very sweet, huh?
Very
Yes.
sweet, very sweet.
Okay, so all of you, I
Yeah.
welcome. Come sometimes to Mangalore. Please visit, take darshan, take blessings of our Shri Radha Govinda. And Prabhuji has been putting, see, he's a big person in Bombay. And on a request, he taken it up
Hare
to do
Krishna.
the service. And it's going nicely. He's understood whole philosophy. Okay, I wish all of you participate. Some of the message of Bhagavad Gita has to be spread. Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare
I'll
Krishna,
take leave.
Prabhuji.
I'll take leave. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Such an inspiring word from Namanishta Prabhu. He's such a great person. If you see this entire program of online 18-day class is actually a revolution. It has not been happened anywhere before. Bangalore has taken this initiative. No one has taken the initiative. It is the first time in the history of his ISKCON that such an online program has been started. And innumerable benefits, innumerable benefits. Hare Krishna Mataji, we can take questions. As Namanishta Prabhu has said, I again reiterate that if you can make it to Vrindavan Yatra, nothing like it, you all will enjoy. Krishna itself will enjoy. Krishna is waiting there to welcome every one of us. So I know that everyone is busy in something or the other, but if we can't get free for ourselves, then what is the use of life? Something or the other will always be there on our priority list, but Krishna should be on top of this priority. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Shall I start unmuting, Prabhuji?
Yeah, yes, Mataji. Yes.
Okay. Usha Mataji,
Yeah.
please unmute.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Again,
Krishna,
a
Hare Krishna.
wonderful session. I did not like raise hand to ask question. I am a science teacher myself, so you had asked for Big Bang theory. I just wanted to clarify one or two points. First thing is, it is the theory. So that means theory does not means it is the ultimate truth. That itself gives away the Big Bang theory. Because in science, when we teach, we say that if it is theory, it can be right or it can be wrong. But if it is a law, then only it is universal truth. So Big Bang theory falls short because it is a theory. That means it is not a universal truth. So absolutely, and as a science teacher, and I can say that the best science, our ancient sages of India are considered as the best scientists. So they have done enormous amount of work in astronomy, not astrology,
That's true.
astronomy. So that's
True.
why and even the great Einstein become a philosopher after he gave the theory of relativity. So that is why there is no doubt that modern science has always captured or plagiarized concepts from the Indian and Vedic sciences. So trigonometry or whether it is trigonometry. So I have, as a science teacher, I can vouch that my ancient scriptures have better knowledge. But unfortunately, Macaulay's influence on our education system has actually put the dust. So it is high time that we clear that
True.
dust and the true things will come. And the second thing, with respect to today's class, as we all know that we are having both demons as well as the good things in ourselves. So there is no need, and Bhagavad Gita is actually giving us an idea that where we have to work. So absolutely, as the Yuga means the rule of the Yuga itself is that the demon and the
divine is inside us. So whom we are have to feed is our question. So if we feed with
Absolutely,
bhakti, then
absolutely.
divine
Very,
will
very,
grow.
very much true.
And yeah, so
Very true, very
this
true, Mataji.
Bhagavad Gita is actually feeding the divine. So definitely we will have divine this one. And I'm thankful to Ramnishta Prabhu because I had this resolution that I should understand Gita. I could recite Gita, but I should understand Gita. So a very big, heartfelt thanks to Namnishta Prabhu for this innovative program. I only regret that I had to wait till 23rd batch to come to know about it and this one, but better late than never. Thank you, Prabhuji,
Absolutely,
and
absolutely. Hare
thank
Krishna.
you,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
It's never late, Mataji. It's never late. We may think that it's late, but actually it's a good start, I would say. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, there is one question in the chat box. Why
Yeah,
only
Mataji.
tulsi leaves are used in prasadam?
Because Tulsi leaf is very, very, very dear to Krishna, and something which is very dear to Krishna has to be offered. That's why Tulsi leaf is been offered, not other leaves. No more raised hands, no questions today. If no, surely there is no questions.
No, Prabhuji.
Surprisingly, Atish Prabhu, who normally starts the opening of the question, he is not there in the class. The opener of the question is not there in the class. Surprise.
Yes, he's
Okay.
not there.
Any questions, or shall we wind up then? If
Dinesh
any questions
Prabhuji.
are there,
Yes, Prabhuji.
yeah, Hare
Dinesh
Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
please
Prabhu.
unmute. Dinesh Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Dinesh Prabhuji. Yes, yes. Please ask your question, Dinesh Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhuji, you have been unmuted and you're not asking questions. Please ask questions. If you have, raise your hand. I think there's a problem at your end. If you can't ask questions, you can write into the chat also, not an issue.
Prabhuji, there is one question in the chat box. How many years left in Kali Yuga?
Too much. You know, we have just completed approximately 5,200 years. Many more years has been left. Too much years, Mataji. It's in the start of the Kali Yuga. Lot more years, many years still to go. You can say that still you are into the good phase of Kali Yuga. Even though we feel that Kali Yuga is not so good, it's worst, but actually we are in a good phase of Kali Yuga. Mataji, I think there is a questions in the chat
Yes,
box
yes.
coming in.
As per previous class, you said we should not eat non-veg. What about onion and garlic?
Aha. Onion and garlic is not to be offered in prasad to Krishna. So something which is not been offered as a prasad to Krishna, it should not be used for us also. Or especially since you are right now into the earlier stage, it's an introduction to Bhagavad Gita level 1. If you can manage to live away with onion garlic, nothing like it. Onion garlic, we don't use it. Neither we offer it to Krishna. It's never recommended for a Vaishnava. Yes, Hindi classes are also going on. Hindi class also goes on in the 6 o'clock. There are multiple batches. 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 p.m. in the afternoon, 7 p.m. in the evening, 9 p.m. in the night. So there are 4 batches going for Hindi. Like the same 4 batches goes for English. Earlier, I used to take a Hindi class only, but this time there was a gap of English teacher. There was not an English teacher at 9 p.m. So Namnishta Prabhu said to take me this class. That's why I have taken this. But there is Hindi class. Not only Hindi adult class, but there are Hindi and English youth class also goes on. When I say youth class, that means in the age group of 15 to 25. Someone who is in the age group of this particular 15 to 25, there is a separate youth class also goes for in English as well as Hindi.
Prabhuji, next question is, why do we recite Bhagavad Gita chapter 18 for somebody is on deathbed?
Mataji, actually, if you say, it's been said that chapter 18 is a concise way of listening to it, but actually it should not. If suppose someone is there on the deathbed, it's better to recite the entire 700 shloka. That's more better. 2 hours and 700 shlokas will be done. In a short way, we normally go for chapter 2 and chapter 18, but it's recommended for the entire 700 shloka, not only for the 18th chapter. That's a shortcut method. For
Next
level
question.
2, first level 2, you have to first complete the quizzes. Once you complete the quizzes, then only you are eligible, and the details will be shared into the WhatsApp group only. So even though the class gets over, we are left with 2 more chapters. Then also you should not leave from the WhatsApp group, because WhatsApp group is the actual medium through which any kind of information from the temple is being communicated to you.
Prabhuji, Dinesh Prabhuji has typed a question.
Mhm.
I have a question regarding the certification and going to second level. I started
Mhm.
attending from 11th Feb and completed all the quiz up to yesterday. Will I be able to go to the second level as I joined 4 days late?
No issues. If you have completed the quizzes, no issues. You can join it.
Prabhuji, devotees are asking for how to go for level 2. So after the 18 days, link will be shared for level 2. Then you can go and register in that, devotees.
Yes.
After this 18 days, link will be shared.
Vani Iyer Mataji has raised the hand. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Vani Mataji, please unmute.
Hello, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Actually, she is my wife. Actually, she already attended last year. She raised the hand for me only because I was not able to speak on the computer for any reason. It's okay. I got the answer from you as I wrote in the chat box.
Okay, Prabhuji, okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So
Hare
Mataji, I
Krishna.
believe all the questions are over. If any
Yes.
questions are left, then we can take it, or else we can wind up the
Neeta
session.
Mataji is asking, can we do again this 18 days course?
Yes, absolutely, Mataji. Absolutely. You can do, you can repeat the class if you want to get it repeated. No issues, Mataji. You can do it. But for that, you have to again register for the course on the website. I believe the class questions are over. Then
Yes, brother.
Vancha kalpatrubhayascha kripa sindhu bhayo patitanam pavane bhayo vaishno namo namo. So we will meet tomorrow with the 17th chapter, very important chapter. Till then, Hare Krishna, Radhe Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.